Today is the National Day of Protests Against Police Crimes, and protests are underway right now in downtown Salt Lake City.
Fox 13's Sydney Glenn is with the crowds, and she joins us live from the governor's mansion right now. Sydney.
Brian and Kirsten, there's about 100 people here. The group Utah's Against Police Brutality organized this event. They made their way from the Utah State Capitol earlier today. You can see people out here demanding change. They're asking for police reform. You can also see a counter protester right there as well. Something that we saw earlier today, actually more of those counter protesters. Take a look at what we saw earlier today. Demanding change. Once again, people are fighting for police reform in Utah. But not everyone was there in support.
We support law enforcement as long as they are protecting that means everybody. No matter what culture or diversity you are, they should be protecting all of our constitutional rights.
People on both sides conversing, each asking the other to listen and learn.
I think it opens up people to be more open. I'm not saying that I'm trying to change people's minds, but I want them to know hey, we're out here for a reason. We're not bored. Our people are dying.
Widespread protests have erupted over the past few months here in Utah, and Saturday the ACLU released a lengthy letter outlining their disapproval and the way Utah law enforcement has handled the public's outcry for change.
Safety concerns can be addressed without suppressing First Amendment rights.
The ACLU released this list of demands and wants things to be different next time protesters take the streets.
Protesters who had been out there for weeks demanding justice suddenly were afraid to come back to the streets and speak out. We saw a chilling effect, and that's when the First Amendment is seriously endangered.
No, time out.
Ray Duckworth with Black Lives Matter says she's seen these same things outlined by the ACLU.
There's no need for military. There's no need for riot gear.
While there is still work to be done, Duckworth says, they are starting to see a small amount of change.
Yeah, there's been change. I mean, the mayors and the city council, they're painting the pretty murals and letting people know that Black Lives Matter is not like a hate group. It's a movement.
So we haven't seen a huge police presence here today. We are seeing, though, protesters here. They have their cars blocking this area to make sure that no one comes up the street, where you see about 100 people out here. I have seen a couple Salt Lake City police officers about a block away and a block up the street as well, just to make sure. We did see the sprinklers go on a couple minutes ago here right in front of the governor's mansion, and you heard people kind of, an outcry there saying that sprinklers are not going to stop them. We did also reach out to Salt Lake City Police today to kind of get their thoughts on the ACLU's letter, where they outlined the police's response, and they really criticized them for their use of force and riot gear. Unfortunately, Salt Lake City Police said they were unable to comment on that today, but we will hear from them on Monday. Live at the governor's mansion, Sydney Glenn, Fox 13 News, Utah.